Okay, in order to get your head around working with Hibernate, one of the essential concepts you need to know is about transactions. Transactions give you the ability to have atomic groups of operations on your database. It's part of the whole ACID scheme, the A being for atomic. What atomic means is that all of these operations can be performed together without interruption. So essentially, we're going to lock any piece of data we're working with, we're going to lock it down and let no one else change it until we get done doing all of our stuff. So transactions give us the ability to make operations atomic, and they also give us the ability to either, once we're done with the transaction, we can either commit it and save our changes, or we can roll it back. And in our application, we'll be rolling our changes back if we get an exception anywhere in our code. So let's take a look at a database real quick. Okay, so we've got a table called stops, and we can just first we can begin a transaction. And now if we say insert into this table, alright, so we can see that we're inside this transaction. We just inserted something into the table. We can see that our data's there. Now if we say roll back, now if we try and run that same query that we just did a second ago, we'll see, yeah, there's no all the changes that we made were discontinued, they were rolled back. Now another interesting thing is if we try and do the same transaction, and let's go ahead and insert into the database again, and let's check and make sure it's there. And if I open up a new tab, and I look for that record that we just inserted, we can see that the record's not here for this user of the database. However, it is here for this user of the database. So that's something else to keep in mind, that these transactions are based on, in our application, it's going to be based on what thread you're on. In working with on the command line, it's going to be based on what connection you're on. So these changes can't be seen between users. And so let's go ahead and we can just say commit. And we can see that now that we've committed our transaction, I can see it on this user, and I can see it as on this user as well.